Morning, everybody. We'll give it just another 30 seconds here and we'll get started. Is that Karen I see? Back in the flesh, back from Greece and all those fantastic boat workouts. Okay, so a little quick equipment check. Looks like we got a lot of different things we'll need today. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. I always feel like I end up missing one piece. Okay, jump rope, cool. And, okay, fantastic. All right, let's begin with 10 jumping jacks whenever you're ready. Coach Dan here behind me, who you may have seen Monday, is going to be observing now that he's done the class. Let's go, straight leg march, observing how to coach it. And then you may see him coach one of your classes coming up here. We'll get about 5 each side on the straight leg marches. And once you got 5 each side, let's go Jefferson curls. Roll down nice and slow. Take your time. Let's get 3 passes. Keep those knees totally locked out, even if that means you can't go down quite as far. Totally fine. Tuck the chin, try and look behind you. So we're doing posterior chain stuff today, and so that Jefferson curl would be the worst way to approach outside loads. So now we're going to build that tension back in. I want to make sure that my hips are set. I've got soft knees. I've got a lot of tension across my back. Gentle pressure on the back of the head, something to resist against, pushing the hips back, and then getting a good squeeze. Okay, let's get 5 good mornings. Take your time. I'm going to check you all out, make sure everything is on point, looking good. Fantastic. Everyone's looking amazing. In general, if you're feeling the stretch across the hammies, working with the glutes, you're good. If you start to feel the low back, we'll discuss alternatives. Yeah, let's get 10 more jumping jacks. And from there, we're going to go nice and wide. Sunrise, good mornings. Big, slow, sweeping circles. Take your time. We'll get 3 each way. And from there, let's get 5 squats. Your regular old bodyweight squat. And from there, let's get toe touchers. Another opportunity to practice that back position. I don't want to just fold over into it, push the hips back, load up the hammy. I don't even care if you get to the toe. I'm quite a ways away. Good opportunity to load up. Let's get about 5 each side. Once you got 5 each side, arm series. Nice and loose. Getting our standard 10 piece, straight up and down. Double 90, 1 up, 1 down. And from there, we've got knee hug to quad stretch. Just give it a good squeeze each side. We'll just get 2 passes. And from there, let's go slightly wider than our normal squat stance. We got 3 squats hanging out in the base there for moments. We're going to tinker with some different stances. So just feeling good there. From there, let's hop into the trainer. Let's get 15 easy push-ups. Nice and high, piece of cake. 15 in a row, crank them out. Still got my good range of motion. Just some blood flow, some lockouts, a little ab engagement. Once you got 15, flip it around. 15 easy trainer rows. And from there, grabbing your skinny band. We've got pull aparts. Locked out elbows. Squeeze the abs. Getting about 20 of these. Once you got 20 or so, let's go dislocates for 5. Big shoulders. Waistline to waistline with the band. And then from there, step inside, band shoulder tees. We're getting 5. Stay with those feet. Stepping inside, we got curls. An easy 15. Getting just a little bit about blood flow. Curl yourself all the way up and under, over. We got extensions for 15. And then from there, we're going to get a band setup. So we're going for our Y band. Threading one through the other like so to make that Y band attachment. Cutting that bottom band in half. Skinny band are going to operate as my handles. And we've got band 90-90s. So I'll show you from a couple different angles here. So those elbows track up and back, and then hands swivel up. The whole idea is I'm trying to maintain 90 degrees from wrist to shoulder, but then also elbow to rib cage as I go through this. So your range of motion is basically here to here. A lot of good scapular retraction. A lot of things to think about in terms of maintaining your body position, coordinating everything all together. And we're getting 15 of these. Once you got 15, you can go ahead, set it down. We're going to go back to the trainer. We're getting some tempo trainer rows, basically slow rows for 8 counts, 8 reps, a 3 count the whole way around. So I'll count them out for the first couple, but eventually it'll just be up, down, all that kind of stuff. Keeping it nice and slow. Okay, so I'm settling in to my trainer row, and I'm going to pull up 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3. So at about that count, I'm going up, Nice and slow and controlled. Hold. Back down. And hold. Back up. Hold. Down. And hold. Up. This is number 4, halfway. Hold. Down. And hold. Go back up. Hold. Down. And hold. Up. Hold. Nice and slow, back down. And hold. I lost count. We'll make this last one. Back up. Hold. Down. And rest. Okay, fantastic. From there, we've got boss mans. We've done a million boss mans. Just a quick recap. I'm looking for that figure 4 position. That foot's to the inside of the knee, and my range of motion is very short. Just top of the thigh to the knee, and we're getting 30 each side. Choppy, short range of motion, 10, 11, 12, about that tempo. Trying to get 30 each side, all unbroken, all in a row. Once you got 30, right to the other side. Once you got 30 each side, go ahead and relax, let everyone get synced up onto the same page. Okay, so our first movement, we've got 6 movements. We've got a lot of movements to go through. Okay, so we're just going to go through them and then do them as opposed to try and review them all. And then we'll, continue to go through our sets. So first one is a bag resisted staggered stance, RDL with a 3-second eccentric. Let's unpack that a little bit. So your staggered stance is, let's say like so, toe to heel. And then from there, what I want you to think of, hands behind the head, and I'm trying to load up that front leg and then come back up. So for right now, all you're really trying to get is that stimulus across, in this case, my left hamstring, that leg that's out in front. Let's just get 2 each side and kind of see what everyone's got going on. So the goal for now would be to feel that stretch across the hamstring. Once you got 2, let's go to the other side. Pushing the hips back. Chest is out and over that front leg. And so not much in the way of outside load, but to make sure we're getting into that hammy. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is add outside load by way of a sandbag or whatever object you have. And my arms are going to hang out in front of me. Now here's the thing. As I go down, I don't want my arms to get a little greedy and think they've got to get all the way to the floor. My back position is terrible. My hamstring is no longer loaded up. I'm maintaining that flat back, that big chest, load up the hammy, and come back up. So let's get 2 each side. Let's see how y'all are doing with it. And looking pretty good. And if it feels good and it's looking good, let's get 10 each side. Just continue to get 10 each side. So if you did 2 each side, cool, get 8 more. I'll get mine in here as well. I'm just going to holler out a couple things that I think make it helpful to get the stimulus. I like to think of keeping my butt as high as possible. If I start to sink my hips, that's no good. And then leaning out and over that front leg is helpful in terms of getting that stimulus. And Karen, I don't know how much that object weighs, but if you find it's not providing a ton of resistance, if it weighs a couple pounds, cool. If it's not providing a ton of resistance, you could go back to hands behind the head. That'd be totally fine. And that's going to give you one less thing to think about and still get a good stimulus. So kind of up to you based on how that's all feeling. Just going to get a handful each side here. I'm purposefully going from the side angle so you can see my back position. Hopefully it's as good as I'm demanding for you guys out there. And once you got 10 each side, or thereabouts, you can go ahead, set your object down. From here, we're going to go a band resisted incline press. So we're going to go back to our low attachment band situation. We're going to set up something slightly different. So I'm going the heavier of my two bands. Heaviest band goes through the bottom. And then my other band loops through, so I'm making that kind of double stubby Y. And then if you have a PVC pipe, threading that PVC pipe through. And then walk yourself into and underneath. So I'll just hang out right here, let y'all get set up. Ooh, I like that adaptation, an umbrella. Hopefully it works. And so once I'm here, I've got this general, you can see the band is going to naturally prompt me to press up to this angle here. And so, yeah, I'm getting an incline press. That's exactly what you want, Karen. So I'd say, you know, walk forward or backwards to get the resistance you're looking for, because we're getting 35 reps. So in general, err on the side of less resistance, which I will probably have to accommodate here in a second. But in general, I've got this also slight staggered stance. It's just going to help kind of brace me in place. And so let's crank them out. I've got eyes on you just to make sure something gets kind of funky, but in general, you're both looking good. You're thinking of reaching those hands kind of up to the eyeball forehead level. Getting some good lockout. And then maybe most importantly is not letting that band snap you back. It's definitely going to have a tendency to do that, especially as you fatigue. So a lot of control, just so you don't get those kind of wibble wobbles back and forth. Getting 35, I have no idea where I'm at. Let me get about 15 more. Ooh. That burns definitely starts to creep in. If you don't feel the burn by the time you get to about like 20 or 25, walk it forward a little bit. You might be stronger here than you give yourself credit for. It tends to be, oh man. Wow. All right. Gonna get a nice little chest pump today. Okay. Next, we're going to take our skinniest band and go 2 loops. So you notice this has got some decent width on it before it starts to have actual give. If I go into my wall sit, right, I'm going to be a little narrower, so I might have that smaller donut. So I'm trying to get some width here. Hold on, let me timer going real quick. Oh, what happened? Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we have the band, drop the band real quick. We're going for a band resisted wide stance squat hold. So my normal stance is, let's say, here. So let's actually just do 3 regular old bodyweight squats. You do you, find your width, find your depth. Just 3. Then from there, widening it out. And so now that band is going to provide me some tension out here, and I'm settling in. Depth is not a huge priority. It's really more about being active in that base. So let's give it just a quick 5 to 8 second hold. A lot of knees. You can see my knees are tracking out like crazy. That's going to turn on my glutes. That's exactly what we're looking for. And come back up. I might even do this not band resistant because my legs are already feeling a little bit smoky this morning. But let's try it with the band. Let's see how it goes. Double loop. Off inside. Wider stance. And we'll settle down into it in about 5 seconds here. And 2, 1, settle in. Bunch of different stuff going on here. So I'm trying to be very active with my upright spine. I want my shoulders to be tall. Hands are always good for a counterbalance. My feet are flat. My knees are active. My glutes are on fire just 15 seconds into this because I'm resisting that band collapse like crazy, making those glutes work. Oh, 5 seconds. And oh, come out of it. Okay. That was just enough. Woo. So if you find that you ever have low back pain or even sometimes knee pain, getting those glutes strong and active, very helpful. Okay, that's all we got to do for that one. We're now moving on to a tempo push-up. I'm going to go out of the trainer because we got a lot of stuff to do. I'm not trying to be a hero today. Okay, tempo push-up is going to be a 5-second count all the way around except for the hold up top, so there will be no hold up top. So you'll go slow down, slow hold, slow back up, and then right into the next one. Okay, so if you're just generally following my count, be good to go. Okay, let's get our first one going here in 2, 1, and I'm going down 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up 2, 3, 4, 5. Then right back into the next one. Down 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up 2, 3, 4, 5. Right back down 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting one more. Down 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, relax. All right. Maybe I could get out of the trainer. That wasn't too off. I was getting a little nervous based on all those initial chest presses. Okay, band resisted long bar sumo deadlift. So our sumo deadlift is essentially identical to the position we just had a moment ago. I squat in, my knees are wide. The only difference is my butt can track a little higher. That's totally fine. And based on how far that band comes down is going to dictate that to some degree. So I'm going to start with pretty chill, pretty light, just feeling out the position. So what I'm going to do is loop up my bands over my bar. Karen, you can probably achieve the same effect by just grabbing some of those handle bands and just stepping on them and having the handles. That should work out for you. From there, I'm going to step, and I'm going to get decently wide. So you can see I've got like a pretty low starting position. And oh, yes. Let's get 5 deadlifts. See how this goes. I'm going to have the most resistance up top. The bands probably won't break. We've tested these. They go up to 30 feet. So unless you have something that's excessively frayed, drive those hips through. That's totally fine. And as long as your back is flat, I'm pretty okay with whatever you're doing to get some resistance. So you might have to go slightly wider, slightly narrower just to get that resistance going. We'll see how it goes. Okay, let's get 15 reps. Just taking it in. Karen, I want you to try and go a little bit wider with the feet. That's going to give you just overall more resistance. And then allow those hands to basically travel straight down in front of you. And then keeping the hips low. Yeah, there you go. So that's going to, yep, cool. So that's going to prioritize the glutes, keep the low back safe. And as long as you're tracking the knees out, keep the back flat, you should be in a good spot. And looking good, looking solid. Okay, we're in a good spot. We're getting 15. And then Karen, as you go forward, you might be stronger here. I don't know how much resistance that band has, but feel free to grab multiple bands. I'm gonna probably load up some additional bands as time goes on. You've probably got some good strength here, but again, whatever meets the need. Okay, from there, we've got, we'll try something a little different. We've got band hammer curls. And so what that generally looks like, let's go this way, is if I've got my bands, I'll give you two different possible demos. I'm stepping inside and I've got, I've got thumb stay up the whole time and I'm just curling up top. And so, Anne, this will probably be your go-to. I like that orange band. That's looking good. Karen, you got the handled. I'm actually going to use the handled version, just see how it goes. And so pretty straightforward movement. Basically, if you're getting some pump across the buys, you're good to go. But in general, trying to keep the thumb up to the ceiling. We won't be twisting or doing any kind of outside stuff. Just straight up focal bicep kind of stuff. So I've got my bicep curls. Oh yeah, that'll be quite nice. And we're going to do this for a minute. So hang out for a second. Let me just get my timer going here. And we'll start that minute in 2, 1, and here we go, a whole minute. Find some tempo. Chances are you're not going to be able to like absolutely crank them out and crush them for a whole minute straight. I may have picked something too heavy. Both are looking good. In general, trying to keep those elbows pinned into the sides, keeping the shoulders fixed in place. Oh, man. Halfway, 30 seconds. And again, as long as you're getting some pump across the biceps, you're in a good spot. 10 seconds. Sneak in a couple more. Oh, man. Woo. And 3, 2, 1. Wow. Woo. Sneaky. All right. Okay, back to the beginning. That was a lot of stuff. We're back to our bag resisted staggered stance RDL with a 3-second eccentric. That was staggering the feet, hanging out over that front leg, loading up that hammy. We got 10 reps. 3-second eccentric. Basically just nice and slow. Allow yourself an opportunity to get that hamstring loaded up. A little burn. So Karen, if you've got lighter weights and you want to add some challenge, you can just let that back leg fly. Now I've got a single leg RDL and not much weight will go a very long way. So you have options. That's going to make a net much more challenging movement. That looks pretty good. Obviously, you can see balance becomes an issue. That is a huge component of that RDL mechanic, developing that single leg strength and stability. Okay. And super small thing, just thinking of driving those knees out just a little bit. So you want to think of them flaring out gently as opposed to, so basically the difference between a little bit in versus a little bit out. So if I'm here, I'm going to generally load up that glute a little more effectively. Yep, you can see they want to kind of cave in just a bit. And so it's firing that glute so that everything stays in a nice straight line. Just little things to think about. Okay. I have no idea how many I've done. Okay. We're getting about 10 each side. Okay, back into that banded incline press. This is probably one of my favorite movements at this juncture. It's just so easy to hop in there and get an amazing chest stimulus. So y'all were looking at really good last time. Really the only thing you're thinking about is how far away you want to be from your bands to create more or less resistance. We're hitting 35 once again. 35 kind of or failure, whichever happens first. So if you get to 29, you're like, I'm absolutely out of gas. You did the job. That's good. One small thing, you both are doing a good job of this, but just to throw it out there. There can be a tendency as you fatigue to just kind of push yourself back. And so thinking of trying to stay nice and strong and forward, abs tight, so that all comes from that upwards forward motion, as opposed to that band just kind of pushing you back in space as you extend your arms. Oh. Oh, man. Good. Times. Get your 35 or so. Just find your way to the end of that chest and shoulder gas tank. Oh boy. Squat, resisted hold. This is always a sneaky one. It's not very long. It's not like a incredibly technical position. Man, oh man. Okay. You might decide to go band free. Totally fine. Hanging out in this position at that depth, firing those glutes and staying there is so. Okay. We're getting wide, kind of finding and settling the feet. Let me get my timer to someplace convenient here. We'll go in 5 seconds. And 2, 1. Here we go. Settle in. Push those knees out. You should feel an almost immediate stimulus across the glutes, just because how hard they have to work at that end range. Feet are flat, chest is up, knees out, working hard. Oh, man. 10 seconds. 2, 1. Ah, man. It's like hard to just do that one squat to get out of it. Okay. Next, tempo push-ups. Okay, I'm trying on the ground this time, see how this goes. We're only getting through 3 sets of this. So modify, get harder, whatever makes sense to get you through it. We'll get this first one going here. Let me just find my hands and feet. Okay, and let's knock out rep number 1. We're going down. Wait, 5 count. 5 count, sorry. Okay, we're going down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then right back down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right back down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. 2, 3, 4, and rest. Okay. That was much harder. Okay. Band resisted sumo deadlift. Let's see what we want to do. Let's get these two guys. All right, we got 15 reps on this. I highly encourage you both to add some outside resistance, even if it's just one teeny little skinny band. You're both looking great. Now, if you feel totally smoked at that 15, absolutely stick with what you got. But your glutes, your hammies, your hips in general can handle quite a bit of outside load. So always think of pushing that envelope just a little bit. Okay, we got 15 reps. Hips are generally low. Knees are generally out. Back is flat. You're going to have to adapt a bit based on what your equipment is. But as long as you are squeezing the hips, prioritizing the glutes, and keeping a flat back, you're in a good spot. We're getting 15. Okay. All right. Now everybody's favorite, my favorite anyway, hammer curls. We got a minute, just like before. Grab your band, find your resistance. Still getting used to this. I'm just gonna knock out 1 or 2 real quick. Okay, should be good. All right, going in 5 seconds. 1 minute, find a tempo, 2, 1, here we go. As long as you're finding some bicep squeeze, good to go. Give you a different angle here. Also, as much as possible, trying to keep those elbows tucked in line with the sides, as opposed to occasionally I'll want to poke back. I want to get a nice long resistance arm on the bicep to the greatest degree possible, given the resistance you have. So think of reaching those hands out in front of you, keeping the abs tight. We got 30 seconds. Maximizing our bicep tension. You may feel a little bit in the shoulders, that's fine. Shoulders anchor it down, but primarily looking for that bicep squeeze. Oh, man. And relax. Okay. All right, we got one more time through this sequence, and we've got a fairly short conditioning 2, 4, 8 minutes. Okay, not too bad. All right. Back to the beginning, we got our RDLs. You both are looking good. You got a plan. Let's light up those hammies one last time. Push the hips up and back. Load up that front leg. Knees propped gently out. And take your time. The 3-second eccentric obviously has benefits all by itself, but going slow with these just kind of helps dial in the mechanics, the form, all the stuff we're trying to focus on. If you do opt for that one-legged version with the leg trailing back, balance becomes the biggest thing. So that 3 seconds is really more for you to control the motion than anything. You go fast, you'll tend to want to topple and fall over. Oh, man. All right. Other side. Okay. Hey. Once you get your 10, go and relax. Band resisted incline press. 35 reps. I think I'm gonna ask Andrew to program some of these days for my Friday. I could use a little more of this stuff. Ugh, as opposed to just those long wads all the time. It's feeling good. 35 reps. I'm fading. Can I get to 35? Let me see. Let me heed my own advice here. Here we go. Oh, man. Woo. Good times. All right. In about 20 seconds, we'll get our band resisted squat hold. Looping it up one last time. Right above or below the knee. Okay. Going in. About 5 seconds. Find your wide stance. Knees out. And 2, 1. Settle in. Hips are low. Squeeze the glutes. Chest is up. And immediately feeling that glute stimulus. Oh. About 10 seconds. Hang in there. Can you squeeze one more inch? Oh, fire those glutes. And 2, 1. Oh, man. Woo! Okay, tempo push-ups. 5 seconds. 5 reps. Okay, let's find our hands, find our feet. And we're knocking it out. We're going down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right back down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, back up, 2, 3, 4, 5, down, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, back up, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more, down, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, back up, 2, 3, 4, and rest. All right. Sumo deadlift. Final set, 15 reps. Again, generally mimicking that squat stance from earlier. Squeeze the glutes. Feet as wide as your implement will allow. And yeah, absolutely, Karen. If you're getting a better stimulus from those single leg RDLs, crank them out. No downside in doing more of those. All right. Okay. Final set of curls. Oh, we're actually going to be slightly tight on time. So I'm going to explain the conditioning. While, oh man. I'm going to explain the conditioning while we go through this final minute. Just because it is going to take 8 minutes, right? 1, 2, 3. Grabbing those bands. Let's get going here in about 5 seconds. 2, 1. Here we go. Bending curls. So we got a couple of 1 and 2 minute intervals. Our first minute is a banded chest press, just like we did before, except non-specific in the reps. And it's only 1 minute, so chances are you're not going to get 35. Minute 2 is trainer push-ups, so more pushing, but it's going to be an easier push, or I should say just a differently stimulated push. And our final 2 minutes is jump rope. So we got chest, jump rope, 2 times through. Another 15 seconds, and we'll recap that. Just trying to be economical with time. And 2, 1, relax. Okay, so first things first, grab jump rope. If you don't have jump rope, jumping jacks is totally fine, but jump rope is optimal if you got it. Let's get 20 jumps, just getting the feet bouncing, warmed up a little bit, 20 easy jumps. Oh yeah, there you go, Karen, absolutely. Become the master of adaptations. You got a plan. Okay. Banded chest press. The exact same thing that we've been doing. You could go for any anchor. I'm just going to leave mine at the low anchor. Oops. So make sure you're set up and good to go. You've got your trainer set up and good to go. We'll get this thing started in 20 seconds. We'll all be on the same count, the same timer. So if you miss something along the way, no big deal. We'll all be at the same time. Okay, going in 10. Minute of chest presses. Going in, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So if your chest is a little out of gas, walk it back. If you're going strong, crank away. "30 seconds down. 30 to go." Ha 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 ha. 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Hopping into the trainer. Karen, if you want a different stimulus, you could go back of the counter, back of the couch, knee push-up, something slightly different, just so you're not doing the bands over and over again. Up to you. We got a minute of trainer push-ups. There you go. Perfect. Just something different to think about. Yeah. Oh boy. Hang in there, Ann. I'm right with you. That burn is getting there. Oh boy. 20 seconds. We got 2 minutes of jump rope after this, and then we're going through it one more time. 10 seconds. Try and keep it moving one way or another. Eat. And 2, 1. Relax. Okay, jump rope. We're hanging out. This is basically keep the heart rate going while we recover the chest. That's it. Just try a minute in. Try and keep your rhythm. Thirty seconds. $15. One. Back into those chest presses. We got a minute. Time's moving. Try not to delay. You're hopping in, you're getting started. I'm not feeling the recovery that I promised myself. That's okay, we're almost there. Oh man. "30 seconds. Hang in there. $15. 2, 1. Okay. Hop into the trainer. Hop into your push-ups. We got about total of 45 seconds left to go here. We're just cranking away. Final 2 minutes of jump rope. We'll sneak in just a very quick 30-second stretch. But be mindful, you guys. Time this morning, since we're right up against the hour. 15 seconds. Come on. 5 seconds. 2, 1. All right, 2 minutes of jump rope, and we're all done. We'll get a very quick 30-second stretch, and we'll wrap it up. Nothing left to do after this. So if you pick up the intensity a little bit, if that's there, by all means, play around with it. Try and go alternating feet. A good opportunity to just finish with no consequences. You're just moving. Minute to go. Final 30 seconds. And 2, 1. And relax. All right. Let's jump into the trainer real quick. Very quick chest stretch. Make your arms into a T. Oh, allow your chest to settle forward. Tight abs. We'll just hang out here about 30 seconds. And relax. Lifting my arms later today. Well done, everybody. We're gonna get an outstanding chest workout in. See you, Karen.
Bye.
Have a nice day. See you, Dan. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks.
Adios, guys.